Welcome back to the ADHD Mind, where I share with you interesting facts, tips, and inspirations on ADHD. Do you ever wonder why friendships are so hard for many of us with ADHD? Friendships, one of the most important relationships in our lives. It's also a common area of struggle for people with ADHD. It is definitely for me. That's why in today's video, I would like to talk about how ADHD affects the way we maintain existing friendships and make new ones, and some tips on how to overcome these challenges. We often get so caught up in our own lives, combined with trying to manage all that's happening, that we often fail to think about others and what we can do for them, which is the foundation of strong friendships. Challenges. Feeling overwhelmed. On the outside, we may appear perfectly normal to other people, but almost no one gets to see how chaotic, overwhelmed, and stressed out we are on the inside. Even thinking about doing one more thing sometimes is overwhelming for us. As a result, sometimes when we get caught up in work, family, or other issues, we just completely disappear from our friends out of the blue because there's just too much going on for us to handle. Boredom. Please don't take this one personally, because this is something many of us with ADHD truly struggle with. Our brains are often understimulated due to a lack of dopamine, causing us to feel boredom much more often than a neurotypical person does. That explains why we sometimes can't maintain the same level of interest and attention in a friendship as consistently as we would like to. This is damaging to our friendships. Hyperfocus. Sometimes we just get completely absorbed in something either at work or a new hobby or interest that we forget about the world around us, including our friends. We might choose to do this thing we are hyper-focusing on over going out with our friends. When our hyper-focus mode is on, it is extremely difficult for us to break out of it. This behavior may leave our friends feel neglected and that we don't really want to hang out with them. Inconsistency. Inconsistent behaviors such as wanting to spend a lot of time with someone one day, but then suddenly disappearing for months before contacting them again. We're not great at keeping in touch with people whom we don't get to see often. These behaviors may leave our friends thinking we just come to them when we need something or when we have nothing better to do. We know this is a truly bad way to handle friendships. Forgetfulness. We are terrible long-distance friends. We don't call out old friends because it doesn't occur to us. Out of sight, out of mind. We forget to reach out to our friends because we don't see them around that often anymore. Not hearing from us after a while, our friends will also stop trying. They forget us as we forget them, and eventually they drift away. RSD. You probably have heard of RSD, which is Rejection Sensitive Dysphoria. I include a link in the description box if you would like to learn more about it. It is a quite common symptom in people with ADHD, and it has a huge impact on our relationships. RSD makes us with ADHD feel emotions so intensely, and we get hurt so easily by criticism or rejection, both the real and the perceived ones, and we tend to take things more personally than others. RSD might make you feel anxious in social situations because you assume that no one likes you, which in turn will cause you to avoid it altogether for fear of rejection or criticism. That might be one of the reasons why it's so hard for you to make new friends or maintain current friendships, because your fear of rejection and criticism is so strong. You sometimes get stuck in rumination or overthinking cycle about what your friends did or said or what she meant by that. It's making your life more overwhelming and stressful than it already is. Finally, here are some tips for forming new friendships or maintaining existing ones. Show up. Make the effort to see your friends or be present in their lives more often. If you have an extremely hectic schedule, sometimes a quick text or call to ask them how they're doing would mean a lot to them and show that you care about them. Responses don't need to be long. A short and sweet message is better than no response at all. If you take the initiative to reach out to your friends first, they will do the same. Reconnect with old friends. You might want to make a list of old friends whom you haven't been in touch with for a long time. Start by sending them a quick message. Ask how they're doing and let them know that you're thinking about them. Maybe not everyone will respond to you, but you might be surprised at the results. Schedule time to reach out to your friends once a week. Pick a day and time during the week that you are most likely to contact your friends. It can be a Friday afternoon or the weekend, or any time that fits your schedule. Make sure to put it as a recurring event in your calendar with reminders so you won't forget about it when life gets busy. Join a group. Pick a place where you can meet people you probably like to be friends with. People with common interests tend to bond more easily and can form a deeper connection and friendship. For example, if you enjoy cooking, consider taking a cooking class to meet with other people with the same interests, or even join a volunteer organization to meet with other people who have the same goal as you. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. It is something you struggle with as well. Please share it in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more interesting facts, tips, and inspirations on ADHD.